This is called Joaquin Phoenix in a Dream, honoring Roberto Bolaño. Joaquin was sent to escort me in a black Peregrino to a triple-tiered desert complex. It rises from the sand, he tells me, like a periscope of smoked glass. And inside, a South American paradise fit for businessmen. Many chandeliers of kaleidoscopic resin, an open bar, young women with caviar and soft robe painted across their naked breasts as a delicate offering. The appropriate music always. We'll both get paid. I'm the only girl in the car, snapping chicle with my teeth by the minute, unfolding someone's lost Jacob's Ladder toy at each exit. I'm still struggling to understand how I got here. I wonder why I'm the only girl. But I understand his instructions never to leave the car, because despite the Peregrino, he looks awful. Joaquin Phoenix's head sits above his shoulders on a dull pivot. Like a man in a bear costume, he has no neck. I can't imagine him naked, even abandoned in dreams, instead wrapped in his waist-long dreadlocks, felted into moldy flannel. As we drive, I see teenage rancheros exhume a grave. I see chunks of toilet bowl strewn across the shoulder. I see empty industrial parks. I can name them on my fingers. I see Joaquin aim 2 fingers at a passing car and shoot. I close my eyes and open them again to a grove of clouds minding a tree line. I see an arch of amber lights blink at the car in the distance, and beyond that, the low tower. I'm gonna raise this a little bit.
Sorry.
Can I not raise it anymore?
Oh, I don't know. You might be able to. I was just apologizing. I don't know why.
No, you can't be.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can hold it higher.
You know what I'll do?
What? Yeah.
My height is betraying me for like 1 day only. This one is also about TV. Despite writing so much about TV, I don't actually watch it. But I'm fascinated by the space that it takes up. Often it's like it's a very fluid space that doesn't actually exist in the material world, but we focus on it for hours and hours.
I love it.
Thanks. You love TV, so yeah. Lost Salt and the Gift of Blood. Pope Jean Paul lay dying. Twilight cherubs, crepuscular vials clouded his vision. Cameras filled corridor, Vatican City. But none of my family cared. They brushed away light bulb filaments instead with their fingers, careful not to cut themselves. The crushed cartons surfaced, their junk drawers full when glass broke. No candles. My mother is an ex-Catholic. My siblings are Anglican. My father, an Ozark man. He grew up with churchgoers posed with snakes draped round shoulders. They were great constrictors, rattlesnakes tamed at the altar, their sibilant sounds in brown suits. I turned on the news, saw scrolling script forecast the Pope's death or light showers. Lauded sole Polish Pope in an Italian crease. I imagined Pope Mobile overturned, wheels spinning figure eights. Some nights, the TV on, I'd lie awake watching Vatican speeches and bowed heads, the crowds moving as one, disciples, cameras roving their body. My mom remembers Europe clogging Dufferin and King. Did they pilgrim to Vatican too, their Pax a Red Sea? I remember Sinead tearing his face, her eyelids flinting tears. Whatever he did, I still watched the television alone, my bed cast in blue light. Reporters crowded the gates, all saying, "We know he'll survive the night." Half the world still true Catholics, and I turned off the TV. I turned back the next morning. Floods of dove flight, a loam of candles, the people gone. Choirs sang for him, Vestments shied from purple. Boy sopranos wept white sleeves while we ate veal at home. Didn't watch the news instead, drew a half moon on the window with bar soap over and over again. At the end of the next poem, I'll nod. Really, really, in a really definitive way. Yeah. This one is called Television Rural Portugal, 1991. The village I grew up in, fallen off the wharf, nearly the Atlantic, very nearly medieval. One car and one television in the cafe. The children's fingers dripped with warts. Sulfur tainted the water. The dogs mistreated. We ran wild. My father sat in the cafe most days nursing cool nectar, the soccer broadcast playing above his head. The picture meant nothing to me. I didn't care, the strange pane of glass flickering from the street. Andreas's father one day brought home a set, the first home to own one. We stood in front of it one afternoon, dust motes settling on the glass, our reflections pulled through the dormant gray tube. When Andreas switched it on, the screen filled with candles, soft-lit jelly glasses. We turned the dial, first him, then me, until we found a new channel. A man ran with an axe through a labyrinth, sinking into walls at each turn. Too scary. We turned again to a man in a red dress. Freddie Mercury pulling a vacuum between his thighs, singing we don't know what. His tenor filled the room, danced with sun-sided curtains and the bare floor. We danced too, our naked legs touching, wishbone-shaped shadows in the afternoon. Freddie stripped to his undershirt, slapping his chest. We giggled, left alone, knew we shouldn't dance to this man's strange song. MTV Europe in our long, shadowed hills. I stand up on the chair to adjust the antenna.